Okay, so here we go with week 9, and we are going to review what we did in class, and we're going to start with a 8 by 10 photo default portrait document here. So the first thing we did was create the Minnie Mouse look to the background, and we did that by on a new layer just filling the layer with red. And then what we did in class was we used the Elliptical Marquee, and by using the Shift key we made some circles, and we did these one at a time, or we did them individually, but once we had made them, we added them as well onto a new layer and filled them with white. So in this case that's the background color, and click OK. So we made a whole bunch of these. Now there's a couple ways that I thought I'd show you here real quick that we could have done this as well. So I'm going to go ahead and hide those dots. One of the things we could have also done was use the shape tool, and we could have used the elliptical shape tool again here to come over here, and you'll notice up in the upper left corner there's 3 options. In class the other day we did this with the shape layers, so that when you made a shape you got the layer. You could see the mask and you could see the color of the shape. In this case it's red. But there are other ways you could do this. Had we done it this way in class, we would have wanted to change this color obviously to white. So I'm going to delete that one, and actually both of them, and show you that there's another way up here to do this, that using the shape tool. So the first icon or option is the shape layers, which is what we used in class. The second one is it creates paths, and we're going to look at that in class in a couple weeks. And the last one is fill pixels, and basically what that one does is allow you with that shape tool, is to, on a new layer here, just create, hold on, I'm going to change these to white, is just to create a bunch of circles. And isn't this more or less exactly what we did in class 2? And look, with the same result, it's a bunch of white circles that can then be moved around your page. So either way this gets done, it doesn't matter, but those are some different options to create those circles. So we have a layer with circles, we have the background layer, or the red layer, and then we have the background. So one of the things we did here too was we decided that we were going to use about an inch border all the way around, and we used our guides so we could see that border. And the next thing that we did was work on the castle. So I went and I just copied I selected an area of the castle, and on this one you can tell I added an effect to it. I think this was brush strokes or crosshatch. I'm just going to leave it like this for now, and I'm going to flatten this because I'm going to use this whole thing. So we had this for part of our background here, and then we also had Mickey's ears. So I went ahead and selected his face, and I am just going to copy that selection, create a new document based on the clipboard, and paste Mickey's ears in here. And what we did to this was take the color out, and then we changed the contrast to super high and the brightness to super low, so we got the outline. We could have found this in clip art somewhere, but that's how we got Mickey's silhouette there. So we had 3 things. We had the background which would be the frame around the advertisement. We had the castle, and then we had Mickey's ears. So I'm going to close this image. So we just had these 3 items. So one of the things we did here with this was we merged these 2 layers, and we did that by selecting them both and right-clicking and going to merge layers. So now we just have the 2, the background and this guy. And we used, to get rid of the center of this, we just used the rectangular marquee. We selected the area by using the guides and hit delete. So now we have our frame, we have our castle, and we have Mickey's ears. So I am going to take this castle, and you could either Control A for select all and Control C to copy. You could then just come over here and Control V for paste, and you're going to get that castle here, which will enlarge to fit this area. I think we had measured the castle before. I didn't do that just now, I'm sorry, but we should have made sure that the castle size fit this area. Because I didn't do that, I'm sorry, I'm just going to free transform it and make it fit into this space, which is, I know we have struggled with this in class to figure out how much of this would be actually visible. But now we're going to put the Mickey ears down here. So I'm going to go get Mickey ears, and again I'm just going to select the ears, Control C for copy, come back to the image here, Control V for paste. Here's his little teeny ears here, and I'm going to use free transform again to make these huge. I don't think we ever really decided on this, and again this would have been great to have had some clip art that was a little clearer around the edges. I'm going to free transform this and turn them just a bit. Okay, so this is more or less what we did in class. We had the frame, which was a layer. We had Mickey's ears and the castle, which were in between the background and the frame. And so then we put our text on here, and we used the text tool. And one thing that we had on here was the big 50 for his date. And push that up here. Oh, how about 50? And we're going to make that a little bit bigger. So we had the 50, and then we had Visit Disneyland. And I went and found the font here, actually. What was it called? Oh no, I actually got the font just a little while ago. It was like From a Mouse or By a Mouse. Oh no, I've forgotten what it was. By a Mouse. Oh no. Big pause. Sorry, I actually have the font. Somewhere in this big long list is either By a Mouse or From a Mouse or something like that. Darn. Okay, well, Visit Disneyland. Oops. Boy, now I'm really messing up. Okay. Visit Disneyland was here. Still have that layer selected. It's kind of seeing the other Alright, so we're going to make this smaller, not quite a bit. We're going to move Visit Disneyland over here. We're going to move this layer down here. And we had our poster. I know that we had used a shape in here as well. But that was basically the process. What we had was the frame around the edges. We had the mouse ears. We had the castle. And we had used the text tool to put the text on here. we had also used a shape around here for the banner and put the words Visit Disneyland on that, but I'm not going to do that right now. Those are the steps we used. I'm sorry about the font. That's too weird. It was called By a Mouse or From a Mouse. Anyway, if you look for free Disneyland fonts, there's all kinds of them, and there's from all the different rides have their own fonts too. I don't see it anywhere in here. Huh. I know it's on there because I've used it before I made this video. So anyway, that is a look at what we did in class. I'll see you next week.